News Desk, my name is Jesse Rogers. We want to begin with the latest, all to do with the after effect of the demonstrations that were marked yesterday in various parts of the country. And due to that, the Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen is currently inspecting sections of the Nairobi Expressway, especially at the Mlolongo exit, where we saw destruction of public property. We've equally seen recommendations come up about public service vehicles using the Nairobi Expressway. Of course, more details coming your way, but let's cross over and listen in to what the Cabinet Secretary has to say.
The attacks were done. The people who came here were prepared. They came with equipment to be able to cut copper wires. They came also knowing where and what they were going to target and where they will inflict the highest impact in terms of damage to the infrastructure. I want to tell the nation that from the Ministry of Roads and Transport, we are disappointed with the organizers of yesterday's mass action as was announced, and we have assessed the damage. You know that the people who have been organizing this mass action have told the nation that they are doing so because they want to fight the cost of living. But the damage only done on the expressway could be anything up to, for that short period of time, could be anything up to $5 million. And if it reaches that level, in one infrastructure, I'm not talking about the railway, the 4 railway stations, then you know, under the agreement with the Moja Express and the people who are running this infrastructure, it's the same taxpayer. We are being told that we want to reduce the cost of living, who within 28 days must pay that money as a result of the lawlessness and the impact that has been caused by this mass action. I want to say this from our ministry. First is that we've come here to assure the investors of this very important project that the government of Kenya is going to do everything humanly possible to make sure that we bring all the perpetrators to justice. Fortunately, most of them were captured in camera, in the CCTV cameras that were here. We have the footages. The police have arrested not less than 50 people in relation to the acts that happened here yesterday, but you know, we had almost 2,000 people operating from here. We will do everything humanly possible to ensure that each and every mandamano and mass action and criminal who was here yesterday is going to be brought to justice. From the roads and infrastructure and transport sector, we are going to give maximum support to the security team to make sure that we identify all those who perpetrated this heinous act yesterday. Number two, as per the agreement we have on Moja Express, the people of Kenya, the taxpayer, is going to pay for this damage. We will not allow the already overburdened Wanjiku to pay this on their own. We will make sure that all those who organized this mass action yesterday and this targeted attack are going to personally pay. They will carry vicarious liability for every damage that was caused, and for every penny that will be paid from the exchequer, they will be asked to indemnify the people of Kenya, and they will have to pay. We will do so by making sure that we arrest and charge everyone who was involved. We will also carry out a civil suit to make sure that all the organizers are going to personally be held accountable insofar as this issue is concerned. I want to tell the people of Kenya to ask them that even when they exercise their political rights, they must understand that such facilities and our infrastructure, those who are burning tires, destroying copper wires, destroying CCTV cameras, destroying all the cables that are linking to the management of of this road to tell them that they are not doing themselves any favor. As a country, this is not a civilized way of dealing with political issues. We know that yesterday there was no political statement being made. It was just an act of terrorism to instill fear to the people of Kenya, to feel that they are not safe in their own country. I want to say, speaking from collective responsibility of government, that the President of this Republic and the Cabinet will do everything possible to make sure that this behavior is brought to an end and everybody who perpetrated these acts is brought to justice. And I want to say that those who are even planning to repeat these acts, they will meet the full force of the law. And we must use this action that happened here yesterday to be an example to everyone who is going to be able to do such a thing in future, that they will not repeat again. They will never try to do this again, because we will make it very painful for them, not just for now, but for the rest of their lives. And the government is capable and able to do this if we are going to make sure that we are going to protect the property of the people of Kenya, the business of people of Kenya, and also the lives of the people of Kenya. I thank you very much for all the support you've given us. I want to congratulate the police. We were told by some of these organizers that protests are peaceful if police are not there. Yesterday, for a good period of time, the police enforcement here, except the policemen who are patrolling this road as usual, were not here because they were not notified of any mandamano or any protest that was going to happen along this road. Besides that, we were told that if mandamanos are done or protests, they are going to be peaceful. Now, in the absence of the police yesterday, the havoc that was visited upon the infrastructure in this area was huge. It is only until the police came here that we rescued the remaining part of the infrastructure you see. Otherwise, these terrorists were going all the way to town. And I want to thank the police. And we must give them maximum support to make sure that going forward, such an act will not happen. And therefore, if we smell any possibility of anything related to this kind of actions, we want to tell our policemen we will support you 100%, and we want to ask our police officers and the Inspector General of Police to at any given time deploy maximum number of police required to deal with this kind of acts, because as a country we cannot allow ourselves to suffer. So those of you who organize this mandamano, directly or indirectly, please prepare your accounts, prepare your properties, prepare your land, whatever you own. We are going to make sure that you pay for all the actions and the damage that you caused on this very precious infrastructure. I want to tell Moja Express we support you. Today, the government of Kenya lifted the ban that was on PSV vehicles using the Expressway. We are now opening it for PSV vehicles that want to use this route, and we want to make sure that we support this infrastructure, because the future of delivery of infrastructure in Kenya is no longer going to be purely on using taxpayer money. We can use private investments like the Moja Express to do PPP programs that are going to protect the people of Kenya. Our friends from China and the investments they have here have full support and protection of the government of Kenya. And we will do everything possible to ensure that you are back immediately, back to operation as normal, and that no one will sabotage this very important infrastructure. Asante sana.
There are parts of the expressway that is not open to the public as we speak right now. How soon do you expect normalcy for the entire road?
Kwanza kabisa ningependa kusema punguza kidogo ya. Nataka kusema kwanza kwamba tumeghadhabishwa sana na yale yalifanyika hapa jana, kwa sababu hii huwezi ukasema kwamba ni watu walikuwa wanafuata haki za kikatiba.